What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ferg. We're back with another tutorial today. We're going to be going through how to make a beat for LIL YACHY's newest album, Nothing to Prove, which just dropped yesterday. Overall, I thought it was a pretty solid project. There were a couple songs that I liked a lot better than others. But again, overall, pretty solid piece of work. The one that we're going to be going through today, or aiming to achieve the style of, is the one with Gunna. I believe it's titled Fallen in Love. I really like that one. I think that one, or the one with wrld, or Lil Baby, was probably my favorite. But you can kind of hear it in the background right now, and I'm going to break down what I did to get this style. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing is I opened up Omnisphere, and I wanted to just get a basic like plucking melody, and I came up with this right here. So yeah, nothing too complex. And then what I did is I added in this gross beat right here. That's a preset you can find. It comes default. And basically it like half reverses it, half not, and it sounds like this. I just thought it was kind of cool. I have that play throughout the hook and in chunks of the verse, just so the melody has a little variation. It's not just a one constant thing. So this is what it sounds like with the effect on it. It's kind of quiet. Oh, let me turn this up so you guys can actually hear it. Alright, so yeah, that's that. And then the next thing I did was I opened up a pad that I found in Nexus. Actually, I shouldn't say I found it. I made this pad in Nexus, and then I EQ'd a ton, and literally just cut out the low end and brought up the mid, so it sounds really, really airy, really, really spacey. So that sounds like this. And that is the exact same melody as the guitar. I just layered it, and that comes in during the hook as well, just to spice it up and bring in a different element to the beat. One thing that really stood out in the track with Gunna was the dark bass, and that's what I went for here. I made this bass in Harmor. There's tutorials out that will teach you how to make a bass like this. Just really deep, dark, like distorted synth bass. So yeah, just look that up. You can be able to find a video that explains it really well. But don't be afraid to add in your own thing, you know, and make it something different. That's what I did, because quite frankly, I didn't like the exact sound that the video that I watched made. So I wanted to spice it up a little bit, and that's what I ended up doing. So this is one of the bass lines that I have. The other one is a sub bass that I created out of an 808, and they actually complement each other really, really nicely in this beat. So this is the bass line. So yeah, like I said, that was one of the things that stood out the most to me in that song. So I wanted to recreate that type of feel. Next, simple clap, snare, layered together. I think it's 3 of them, yeah. Then I have this snare right here, as well as this percussion. And those play back and forth. They work with the snare, the main snare, really nicely. So you can just get a feel for what that sounds like. I'm actually going to jump to that open hat. Earl on the beat, who did a lot of tracks for Yachty's album, he worked a lot with the hi-hats. They stood out to me as well as the actual hi-hat, which I tried to recreate the feel as best as I could. And I did that by taking two separate hi-hats, and I threw a gross beat on the first one, and then the second one I just left alone and I had them play together, and it created this really, really nice bounce. So this is what the gross beated one sounds like. And then that plays alongside just this regular hi-hat. And to get that variance in both the panning and the velocity, so the left and right, and the actual volume of them, just Alt R on your keyboard, and then it pops up this little randomizer, and you can adjust that. I just like to do that with my hi-hats. If you've been watching, you know that's something I do. Next, 808, kind of spaced out, and I think it works pretty well for a slower beat, but you know. And then we have the kick. Nothing too special. And then it was just a matter of arranging it how I wanted it to sound. I think that I tried maybe a little bit too much to arrange this the way that the actual song was laid out, but you know, that's what I was going for, and I don't think it was exactly like the same copy of that song, but you know, we're making a Yachty type beat, and that's what I was going for, and I think we did that. So I'm just gonna play the beat out so you guys can hear what it sounds like full, or at least a portion of it. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment what you guys want to hear next. Don't forget to follow me on social media. As always, my usernames are in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.